I'm Rolaz, I'm here with my man, Prophecy. You introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm DJ Prophecy, also run Metropolis. So just coming out of Manchester, being just a bit of history in that. Started promoting and stuff when I was 15 years old, just selling tickets to Helter Skelter.
That younger?
Yeah, so that's 16 years ago now.
Showing your age there, bro.
Oh yeah, baby face, baby face. So yeah, we used to do coaches down to the old raves at Milton Keynes and Lydded Airport and that. Come through from there when I was 17, started working with XTC here at Sankey's. We had a studio here for 10, near 11 years here.
Is this where you started learning like your basic skills on production?
Stuff like that. I DJ'd since I was about 13.
Right,
Most people tell me I still can't DJ now, so.
Well, you're drawing up the crowd, so you're doing something, right?
Yeah, some free drinks. So yeah, and started producing. I started as THC basically.
Right.
And I got with another guy called Phil.
What was the first track that you came out with, and how old was you roughly then?
Redweed, and that was end of 99, 2000.
So how old was you around that time?
22 or something.
Right,
like
okay.
That was all done on outboard, you know, old PC, on the Cubase with Akai sampler and that. And we've done well, we got a lot of interest off the early tunes and that, so we started a label.
What was the label? Right.
Attitude Recordings, and then there was New Vibe, and that seemed to suddenly throw me into an area where I was meeting a lot of other people, and I was concentrating more on getting more tunes and doing more of the label. And I think very much in that time where outboard went, you know, and
of course.
You know, everything came in with the programs, Logic,
more digital,
like that. And within the space of 2 years, I'd go and sit in people's studios and go, how do you do that? And it'd be click, and I've got rid of all that stuff. And I just more moved away from the producing. The label was going really well actually. I had a lot of artists, had Breakage, Hazard, Clips, people like that.
Big up Hazard and Clips, big artists.
To big things. And Alpha Magic went bankrupt.
Wow.
Owing us a lot of money for one of the releases. Seemed to dent the prize somewhat, and the problem with that was we had so much of a back catalogue to put out. Right. By the time we got a new distribution deal, we got the metalwork back. The music was old, so you couldn't move in that time. So then just concentrate even more on the events.
We do find that a lot of the time with artists, even though the music is nothing wrong with the music, it's the timing. If the timing's not right, then it's just will fall on its face, which is a shame, really. Yeah, you've got to
fit in a schedule. So unless you're a one-man band, you can say I've made this tune this week and I'm going to put it out in 3 months' time. I mean, you can make something. I mean, you know, even with any sort of label's got a roster with other artists, so you've got to fit in. So trying to make music that's still timeless within that 2-3 years.
And at the same time, current.
Yeah, which if you can do that, the music will still be relevant in 10 years.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's the line between those that make it and those that don't.
As we were saying before, it's like do things like Cubase and like the same reason, they've made it more accessible to, you know, budding artists really, if you will, you know what I mean, to experience at least some sort of limelight through that sort of music. Do you agree with that, or do you think that should be more restricted?
I agree. I think it's the same thing as what the internet's done. It's made most things disposable.
Yeah.
I think the people who are going to make it and do it will do it, whether it's outboard, this, that, they'll do it on a crackerboard with a pair of cymbals. That's dedication, that's passion of why you do something in the first place. You don't do it because you want to be a big star or make loads of money, because you won't. You just do it because that's what you want to do and that's your hobby. And in doing that, you'll find you gain success and, you know, you keep following on, and then inevitably you know,
But
all good things come to those that wait, don't they?
Yeah, of course,
you know, you're not made in a second. Everything's got time.
But it's always like a transition when you first started making beats until you first hit a studio, so you first start understanding the engineering side of it, because that's totally, from you producing a song to you mastering it, it's a totally different world altogether.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, you know,
and just learning now, it's made things easier.
Yeah,
Back then, the equipment, you know, the cost of the money, you know, actually learning it, there wasn't just places you could walk into, there wasn't these colleges you could just go to and learn stuff. You know, it was about hard graft and getting in with people and understanding stuff. So it soon became the people who were just solely dedicated to that created a gap where they were so far ahead of the other people. So for me, I just concentrated on promoting, you know, and DJing, and that's just grown into a whole another monster in itself, basically, and that's probably my main thing.
So that's where you're at now, in the present now?
Predominantly, with Metropolis and Wax On and stuff. We do events all over the world. So we also make the new talent, but we work with the biggest talent. So that's a hand-in-hand thing, which is now we're obviously moving back to doing a label.
Yeah.
I still potter around on the computer doing tunes, but I can't dedicate the 70, 80 hours a week to do it. I'm not prepared to go back to eating cold baked beans in order to catch up enough to be able to be back in that mix. You know, I think everyone's got to just find their place in the business. So
you're quite happy being a promoter slash DJ?
Yeah, because I always found, you know, with a lot of other people you interview, it's hard how you find what your niche is. Some people tell you I started DJing and I just MC'd at a night once.
Yeah, sure.
That was me.
Yeah.
And I did that with promoting. You know, we one weekend I'd done 9 events in a weekend, and obviously I could only be at 3 of those events. And people were like, how do you do that? And I'm like, well, it's just easy.
For you?
You know, for me, that's what it's back. Just the same as someone will go, oh yeah, I mastered 11 tunes in the studio today. Yeah. It was just something I found really easy, and it sort of suited my confidence. And, you know, it also gave me that buzz that people, you know, going and doing an event and seeing 2,000, 5,000 people paying to enjoy it actually was probably more fulfillment than people dancing to my own music, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from,
Because, you know, but then saying that, in England, we're all miserable people, so you only usually hear from the people who've got something bad to say.
Where do you see yourself in the future?
Well, Metropolis at the moment, we're merging with Wax On. So between us, we do like Australia, do Ibiza, Germany. In the UK, we do Edinburgh, Glasgow, Newcastle, Manchester, Sheffield, Leeds, Birmingham, Brighton, Oxford, Bournemouth, London. You know, they're on monthlies. I also do some student nights. So really with that, and then we've got the label, so we also manage people. So Martin Dawley we manage, a dubstep kid called Mac who's just coming through really well, Eskimo Twins and stuff like that. So it's good that I've been through the mill when it was really hard. Yeah. You know, especially in the record business. You know, no one told you whether you were owed MCPS or PRS. Or, people are more like, oh, give us the music.
We'll sort you out.
Well done, here's your name on a record, sort of thing. And you were just, you know, starry-eyed. Whereas now, you know, I've been through that, I understand that. We can build people because we've got the club brands to get
you've gained the experience.
Yeah, and I think that's as much fulfilling because people, A, trust what we've done, but also, you know, it's giving that belief in people. And I said that years ago, you know, I helped bring Pendulum first here. You know, I worked with Chasing Status, Subfocus, TC, Hazard, Clips. You know, all those people, I would have given them a t-shirt off my back when, you know, we were no one 10, 12 years ago. So I think that's probably the greatest thing, is having that pat on the back that you believed in people who went on to be something, or other people believe in something. They're still the same old smelly people as I know. But, you know, for me, that's I think the biggest thing is that, and doing sell-out parties that people enjoy, and you know, on the internet, people are like, oh, you know, this made my life, or this stuff,
which is good. Good feeling.
It is, but
bit surreal.
It'll never be Connect or like, it's just the old thing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah, I understand that.
You always look back to what influenced you, so I find it humbling that people think that and say that, really, to be honest. So,
but they actually believe that, they're really sincere about it, which is a really heartening thing for you.
Yeah, it is. It's what makes it worth doing.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think it's better than being in prison or a Burger King, you know.
I suppose. Could be worse.
So, yeah.
Right, big up Wilf, man. Definitely see you soon, man.
Yeah.